If you are riding a vehicle equipped with a lap belt and a separate shoulder belt, you are A. Required to use both the lap and shoulder belt. B. Only required to use the shoulder belt. C. Only required to use the lap belt. And the answer is A. Required to use both the lap and shoulder belt. Driving slowly in front of traffic in the far left lane on any freeway. A. Cannot result in a traffic citation. B. Saves lives by causing others to slow down. 2. C. Can frustrate other drivers and make them angry. And the answer is C. Can frustrate other drivers and make them angry. Who is most at risk? A. Drivers who are fatigued. B. Drivers who are driving on long, boring roads. C. All of the above. And the answer is C. All of the above. What is a likely effect when you take another drug while you drink alcohol? A. There are no effects, unless the drug is prescription only. B. If the drug is over the counter, there are no effects. C. The effects of the alcohol and the drug are enhanced. And the answer is C. The effects of the alcohol and the drug are enhanced. Parking is not allowed. A. In a tunnel. B. On the roadside of a parked vehicle. C. All of the above. And the answer is C. All of the above. Parking is never permitted. A. In a crosshatched pattern space. B. In a bicycle lane, unless otherwise posted. C. 20 feet from a railroad track. And the answer is A. In a crosshatched pattern space. If you have a green light, but traffic is blocking the intersection, you should A. Enter the intersection and wait until traffic clears. B. Merge into another lane and try to go around the traffic. C. Stay out of the intersection until traffic clears. And the answer is C. Stay out of the intersection until traffic clears. What is the main reason night driving is more difficult than daytime driving? A. The use of headlight is required by law. B. Driving within the range. C. Reduced visibility. And the answer is C. Reduced visibility. Your BAC depends on A. The amount of alcohol you drink. B. The type of beverage you drink. C. How fit you are. And the answer is A. The amount of alcohol you drink. If you are leaving a parking lot, you A. Must turn either left or right only when it is safe. B. Have the right of way. C. Must yield to traffic before re-entering the road. And the answer is C. Must yield to traffic before re-entering the road. What shape is a railroad advance warning sign? A. Pentagon. B. Round. C. Crossbuck. And the answer is B. Round. You see a vehicle approaching from the rear. When you check your mirror again to change lanes, you no longer see the vehicle. You should A. Turn your signal on and change lanes slowly. B. Look over your shoulder to be sure the vehicle isn't in your blind spot. C. Check your outside mirror to see if the vehicle is in your blind spot. And the answer is B. Look over your shoulder to be sure the vehicle isn't in your blind spot. You want to make a right turn at an upcoming intersection. You should slow down and A. Avoid driving in the bicycle lane. B. Move toward the left side of your lane. C. Signal for 100 feet before turning. And the answer is C. Signal for 100 feet before turning. What do pennant-shaped signs indicate? A. A school crossing. B. A no passing zone. C. Yield. And the answer is B. A no passing zone. To make a right turn onto a two-way street from a two-way street, start in the right-hand lane and end in A. Any lane that is available. B. The left lane. C. The lane closest to the curb. And the answer is C. The lane closest to the curb. What should drivers do in case of a brake failure? A. Tie a white cloth on the left door handle. B. Brake lightly. C. Shift to a lower gear. And the answer is C. Shift to a lower gear. You are approaching a green traffic light, but traffic is blocking the intersection. What is the best thing to do? A. Partially enter the intersection to establish your right-of-way. B. Continue into the intersection and wait for traffic to clear. C. Don't enter the intersection until you can get completely across. And the answer is C. Don't enter the intersection until you can get completely across. You are driving on the freeway behind a large truck. You should drive A. Farther behind the truck than for a passenger vehicle. B. To the right side of the truck and wait to pass. C. Closer behind the truck than for a passenger vehicle. And the answer is A. Farther behind the truck than for a passenger vehicle. A red arrow pointing to the right on a traffic light means you may A. Turn in that direction after you come to a complete stop. B. Turn in that direction after slowing and checking traffic. C. Not turn in that direction until the light turns green. And the answer is C. Not turn in that direction until the light turns green. A flashing yellow light A. Warns drivers to proceed with caution. B. Is used at dangerous intersections. C. All of the above. And the answer is C. All of the above. You are involved in a minor collision at an intersection. There are no injuries and very little vehicle damage. You should A. Leave your vehicle in the traffic lane until law enforcement arrives. B. Move your vehicle out of the traffic lane, if possible. C. Not move your vehicle for any reasons. And the answer is B. Move your vehicle out of the traffic lane, if possible. BAC is A. The acronym for beer accumulation. B. The number of ounces of alcohol in your blood. C. The percentage of alcohol in your blood. And the answer is C. The percentage of alcohol in your blood. If your car goes into water, you should A. Wait for water to rush in and let it out in small breaths through your nose. B. Call the fire department immediately. C. Remove yourself before it starts to sink. And the answer is C. Remove yourself before it starts to sink. Which child requires a child restraint system? A. A 6-year-old who is 4 feet 10 inches tall. B. A 7-year-old who is 4 feet 7 inches tall. C. An 8-year-old who is 4 feet 9 inches tall. And the answer is B. A 7-year-old who is 4 feet 7 inches tall. When following a motorcycle, drivers must remember that motorcycles can than other vehicles. A. Accelerate much faster. B. Stop much more quickly. C. Stop much more slowly. And the answer is B. Stop much more quickly. You may not park your vehicle A. On the side of the freeway in an emergency. B. Within 100 feet of an elementary school. C. Next to a red painted curb. And the answer is C. Next to a red painted curb. When the road is slippery, you should A. Pump your brakes. B. Brake suddenly carefully. C. Press your brakes in slow, steady strokes. And the answer is C. Press your brakes in slow, steady strokes. A driver cuts off another vehicle or threatens another motorist or a pedestrian. These are examples of A. Excessive driving. B. Defensive driving. C. Road rage. And the answer is C. Road rage. Regulatory signs are A. Suggestions. B. Law. C. Warnings. And the answer is B. Law. ABS is the acronym for A. Anti-lock brake system. B. Anti-braking system. C. Asphalt braking system. And the answer is A. Anti-lock brake system. You are entering a roundabout with multiple lanes, and you need to turn right at the intersection. You must A. Choose either lane and exit in the lane you entered. B. Choose the right-hand lane and exit in the right-hand lane. C. Choose the left-hand lane and exit. And the answer is B. Choose the right-hand lane and exit in the right-hand lane. Which of the following roadways freezes first when wet? A. Tunnels. B. Intersections. C. Bridges and overpasses. And the answer is C. Bridges and overpasses. When parking next to a curb, you should use your turn signals. A. When pulling next to or away from the curb. B. When pulling next to, but not away from the curb. C. Only when pulling away from the curb. And the answer is A. When pulling next to or away from the curb. U-turns in business districts are A. Legal whenever oncoming vehicles are not a hazard. B. Legal only at intersections, unless a sign prohibits them. C. Always illegal. And the answer is B. Legal only at intersections, unless a sign prohibits them. If you drive at the posted speed limit, you can be given a speeding ticket. A. Under no circumstances. B. If you are carrying more than one passenger. C. If road or weather conditions require a slower speed. And the answer is C. If road or weather conditions require a slower speed. You are approaching an intersection. The traffic signal light is flashing red. What should you do? A. Cautiously continue driving through the intersection. B. Stop before entering. Wait for the green light before proceeding. C. Stop before entering, then proceed when safe. And the answer is C. Stop before entering, then proceed when safe. Tailgating. A. Is a defensive driving technique. B. Cannot result in a traffic citation. C. Can frustrate other drivers and make them angry. And the answer is C. Can frustrate other drivers and make them angry. It is illegal for a person 21 years of age or older to operate a vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration of or higher. A. 0.08%. B. 0.1%. C. 0.05%. And the answer is A. 0.08%. How can you prevent fatigue on a long trip? A. Get enough sleep. B. Plan to drive long trips with a companion. C. All of the above. And the answer is C. All of the above. At a stop sign there is no stop line or crosswalk. You must stop. A. Before you enter the intersection. B. After you enter the intersection, if you have a clear view of traffic on the intersecting roadway. C. At the next crosswalk. And the answer is A. Before you enter the intersection. At intersections without stop or yield signs, you must A. Yield to traffic and pedestrians already in the intersection. B. Yield to the vehicle on your right if it reaches the intersection at the same time as you. C. All of the above. And the answer is C. All of the above. Which of the following should not be done when driving near pedestrians? A. Drive on a sidewalk. B. Pass a vehicle that has stopped at a crosswalk. C. All of the above. And the answer is C. All of the above. Your BAC depends on A. How much time passes between drinks. B. How much alcohol you drink. C. All of the above. And the answer is C. All of the above. All of the following are dangerous while driving. Which is also illegal? A. Having one or more interior lights on. B. Wearing a headset that covers both ears. C. Using cruise control on residential streets. And the answer is B. Wearing a headset that covers both ears. When driving on a slippery surface such as snow or ice. A. Pump your brakes to keep them from freezing. B. Shift to a low gear before going down steep hills. C. Maintain traction by following other vehicles closely. And the answer is B. Shift to a low gear before going down steep hills. Blind spots around a large vehicle are than the blind spots around a car. A. Larger and deeper. B. Narrower and shorter. C. Less dangerous. And the answer is A. Larger and deeper. Which of the following increases your chances of having a collision? A. Continuously changing lanes to pass other vehicles. B. Adjusting your rearview mirror before you start driving. C. Looking over your shoulder while making lane changes. And the answer is A. Continuously changing lanes to pass other vehicles. The 3-second rule applies to the space of your vehicle. A. To the sides. B. Ahead. C. In the back. And the answer is B. Ahead. You must stop at the intersection ahead. Just before the intersection, you have to cross railroad tracks. You should stop before you cross the railroad tracks when A. You don't have room to completely cross the tracks. B. The crossing is located in a city or town with frequent train traffic. C. You transport 2 or more children in a passenger vehicle. And the answer is A. You don't have room to completely cross the tracks. The traffic light is green and you want to drive straight through an intersection. If a car is already in the intersection and is making a turn, you must A. Enter the intersection and then stop. B. Drive through the intersection. You have the right of way. C. Let that car complete its turn before you enter the intersection. And the answer is C. Let that car complete its turn before you enter the intersection.